Good afternoon, Chicago. Welcome to CAN-TV's #1 new TV show, Everyday Issues. I'm your host, Rashid Sami, the youth motivational speaker behind the lecture, here with my lovely co-host, Mahogany Williams.
Thank you for having us, and thank you for being with us, Chicago. It's a pleasure to be with you this evening.
We're extremely excited to be here on CAN-TV. We like to kickstart our show off with the affirmation, and I'm going to let Mahogany take it from here.
Absolutely. Every day we'll start the segment with some words of affirmation to empower you and challenge you to tap into your greater self. Our daily affirmation for today is, I have the power to create all the success and prosperity that I desire. So as you tune in with us today, think about how you can live in these words and apply it to your everyday life.
Mahogany, I can't agree anymore. The desire to truly do something great is something I feel like we all want to accomplish here on Everyday Issues, and we're excited to motivate you, to inspire you, Chicago, to truly do something great and amazing. But for housekeeping, let's just let you know, via our sponsor, Heartfield Chicago. If you'd like more information, you can reach out to them directly via 833-845-3583, or if you'd like to call in, you can call in at 312-738-1060, or reach Heartfield Chicago at heartfieldchicago.org. So call in. We'd love to hear from you, Chicago, today.
Since we're discussing an issue that we all deal with every day, we'd like you to call in and maybe discuss how you're dealing with the topic that we will be discussing today. Our topic for today's show is procrastination, and we want to talk with you this evening about how you can use it to tap into your greatness. I want to let you know that regardless of your gender or your age, I bet you can admit to your fair share of procrastination. Something that I deal with, is something that my co-hosts deal with.
Of course.
It is an everyday struggle. Would you agree, Rashid?
I definitely agree. It's definitely an everyday issue, and it's that persistent mindset to say, you know what, I'm going to put it off. I'm going to do it a little later instead of doing it now. Mahogany, tell Chicago, how do we directly deal with procrastination? How do we stop it?
I want them to understand that before you even think about dealing with it, you need to understand what it is. Defined as the action of postponing or delaying something, procrastination is experienced as completing often important tasks at the very last minute. I am guilty to dealing with that myself. I like how you said that it becomes something of, I'll deal with it later, or I have time, I can get it done. But I like to share that 1 in 5 people procrastinate so badly sometimes, it negatively affects their jobs, their finances, their relationships, and their health.
You know, Mahogany, I couldn't agree any better, considering that our affirmation was to have the prosperity to truly do something great. It starts with that desire, and really at the heart of procrastination, it starts with the desire of really wanting to achieve and do what you ultimately are set out to do. And sometimes we get caught up in, as you spoke of, my personal battle, and just, I feel like it's something we're all dealing with. It's just, I got 24 hours in a day, I can do it later, Mahogany. Why do I need to stop waiting all 24 hours and get to it right away?
I like to think of procrastination as laziness out of control, but we want to challenge you today that there can be power and purpose found in procrastination. I like to think of procrastination being a time of which I can think things through, make better decisions instead of acting impulsively or making rash decisions. In fact, psychology today says that procrastination is often done to reduce a person's stress, anxiety, boredom, or negative feelings towards the task at hand of which they're doing. It just becomes too much sometimes. It becomes overwhelming. What do you think?
I definitely agree. And now that you say it, and I'm sure Chicago can definitely agree, we want to ultimately do it, but yet that fear of ultimately achieving how much work it's really going to take, we're putting it off consistently over and over and over, but yet we feel that guilt of, well, we need to really get this done, Mahogany, and we need to get it really done now. And sometimes even my wife comes to me and says, Rashid, you know, when are you going to exactly get that done? And, well, procrastination is the reason why, Mahogany.
Do you typically respond to her with, I have time, I'll do it later, I can get it done?
Yes, all the time.
I'm sure it is. So we'd like to encourage you to Be attentive to your procrastination and employ what we like to call purposeful procrastination strategies. You can take whatever task you're trying to complete or the work at hand and think about setting deadlines for yourself. Set a deadline or a reminder to help you accomplish what it is you've set out to do. If you're anything like myself, I like to use procrastination as motivation to work smarter and not harder. I am a queen of creating something so simple as a to-do list and finding good joy in scratching those things off of my to-do list.
You know, I agree. So typically what I do, which has really helped me, is I get my notepad, typically college notebook, possibly, and I just write the list of goals I want to achieve, and I put a little box next to it, and as I start marking them off consistently over and over, I'm like, you know what, this feels good, and it kind of becomes addictive to start saying, you know what, let me get this done right now, because the personal affirmation you're giving yourself makes you feel really good, makes you want to keep going, Mahogany.
I agree with you. Nothing brings me greater joy than being able to cross something off of my list and said, I did that. I made the time to accomplish that and get it done. A part of also employing that purposeful procrastination strategy is thinking about taking those larger tasks and breaking them down into simple, smaller tasks. While you may still be procrastinating, you are procrastinating with purpose. You are procrastinating with power.
Definitely.
Because you are taking small steps every day to get something completed that you are working on, and that also brings us very great joy as well.
Definitely, Mahogany. So what does this world look like without procrastination?
I think a world without procrastination helps us live in the power of ourselves and help us become our greater self. We have people who are functioning at a higher percentage than they may have been before, where we typically become maybe couch potatoes. I'm a teacher, so I refer to my students who are not focused on their work as lazy lizards. So we want to eliminate the negative stereotypes that are associated with that. And again, think of the empowerment we can give ourselves, tapping into our power and our greater self and living in that. We feel better, we're happier, we're more successful,
Definitely.
We're accomplishing things, and that feels great to do.
Definitely. And now with that question posed regarding what life would be like, everyone would be a bit more focused, and we all have a purpose. I like to think we all have a dream, and if we take procrastination truly off the table, we can truly accomplish something truly great. And typically, when you talk to most people, Chicago, they'll say, look, I want to do this. I definitely want to be great. I definitely want to work towards my dream, and I aspire to do something really great, but I just don't have that desire. So, Mahogany, tell Chicago, what can that desire truly be? What can be that inspiration to stop procrastination, to ultimately get the job done?
I think when you take the time to write down what it is you want to accomplish, I'm a firm believer if you think it, you write it, you can read it, and you can do it. And something so simple as, hey, I want to start a business, or I want to clean out my refrigerator. Spring is upon us, so a lot of people are spring cleaning, and you just don't know where to start in that basement, in that attic, or that back porch. Get that notepad out. Create that to-do list. Get those boxes started. Today, I'm just going to go through old clothes and get rid of what I'm not wearing anymore. Today, I'm going to box up old toys and I'm going to donate them someplace. Today, I'm going to dust, or I'm going to sweep. I'm going to mop. Write those things down. Think it, write it, read it, do it, and feel the joy and the happiness and the success of accomplishing it. I think something else we can do that we don't often think of is seeking professional help or resources.
Are you telling me there are professional people out here to help me stop procrastinating, Mahogany?
There are people like that. They are called life coaches sometimes. There are individuals that will help you plan what it is you want to do and bring your ideas to life. Chicago's very own DePaul University's College of Science, Health, and Psychology Department hosted the 10th Procrastination Research Conference just last year. And this was an opportunity to share the causes, consequences, and cures of procrastination. The help is out there. You have to find it. Take advantage of it.
Definitely. But Mahogany, I'm in denial. I feel like my procrastination, I'm an evil genius with it, meaning that I perform better under pressure, but statistically, that's not accurate, is it?
It's definitely not. Like I mentioned before, 1 in 5 people procrastinate so badly it affects their job, their finances, their relationships, and their health. So if you are a person who says, I'm not going to do it, I can wait, I have enough time, I'll get it done, and you get to that deadline and you haven't even begun or started, that stress increases, that anxiety increases, and that begins to take a toll on us that we never thought could happen. Stress headaches become a problem. We're fatigued, we're losing sleep. So it is affecting your body, it's affecting your mental, it's affecting you emotionally. When I'm stressed, I typically do not like to engage people.
You're exactly right. And I agree completely whenever I know, and it's this guilt there, right?
Right.
And I feel like, I know I should have done it. I waited to the last minute, and I feel horrible, and I'm a little bit more anxious, and I'm a little bit more aggressive too, because that guilt really lets us know, look, we know we should have had done this already, but yet we put it off, and we didn't do it for whatever reason, because, well, we're in a quick-paced world, meaning that I could sit here for 4+ hours and work on this, or I could go on YouTube and I can watch all kind of videos all day.
Absolutely.
It looks like we have a caller in. Hello. Oh, I'm sorry. There must be some sort of miscommunication. I'm sorry. Regarding procrastination, still, it's something that we want to fix in 2018. 2018, I'm letting you know, Chicago, is your year. And starting off with writing it down, starting off with saying, look, I'm not going to allow time to get away from me, Mahogany, because before you look up, 5, 10+ years are gone all over.
And you think about, where did the time go? How have I wasted it? How have I spent it? I find myself self-reflecting on things like that all of the time. I'm thinking back to my days as a college student, or even in my master's degree, where I should have planned accordingly for a huge paper or studying for a test, and I am crying my eyes out, stressed the night before or the day of, that I didn't take the time to actually plan it and prepare. And I think if we, Chicago, can agree to take the time to plan and prepare for the things we want to accomplish, the dreams that we have, those goals we're aiming to hit, that we will be a better people and a happier society.
Definitely. Looks like we have that caller. Yes, hi, how are you?
There you are. I got you now. Hello, Mahogany. Hello, Rashid.
Hi, how are you?
How are you this evening?
Good, how are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Oh, Lord, I can't hear you. Okay, See, usually you're on the other end, and then... Okay, well, anyhow. All right, we'll try to talk now.
Go ahead. Is
Here we go.
procrastination a daily issue you're dealing with daily?
I got a little saying. Never put off today what you could do tomorrow.
There you go. That's powerful, Chicago. I'm going to repeat that if you guys didn't hear that. Never put off what you can do today for tomorrow.
There's something wrong with this phone. I'm going to call you right back.
We appreciate your support. Thank you so much.
There you are. There you are. There you are. All right, I got you now. Oh, good evening again.
Hi.
Now I got you. Yes, ma'am, that's a little old saying. Never put off today what you could do tomorrow. Yes, you guys are doing a great job up there.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I like that little sunshine you got behind you.
Oh, well, thank you.
That's right. Every day above the ground is a real good day. Praise the good Lord. Right?
Amen.
And we need to spread the love around the world a little bit more, starting with you two little people right there up on the TV.
Wow, she's making me feel so good on my first show.
Day. I agree. We appreciate the love so much.
Am I blushing on camera? Thank you so much.
Are you kidding me? You took the time out of your day to come on TV and talk to the Can TV. You're in a wonderful place. It's a wonderful, wonderful show. But anyhow, and don't forget this one. The early bird gets the worm.
There you go.
When you go for, they had a little, Yes, they had a little segment the other day, how to go get a job. When you go get a job, whatever that job is, you research that job. Just like you
Yes.
said, Mahogany, you
Yes.
research that job. So when you sit in front of that boss's face, you dress real nice. They always like them damn Docker pants for some reason. When you go for a job, you dress real nice. You look that boss in the eye. The first thing he's going to say to you is, how come we should hire you? Why do you want
Right.
this job?
Right. Well, thank you so much for that question and that inspiration. We definitely appreciate it here on our very first show.
I know.
Right?
She just like
She
her
just
words
melted my
warmed my heart, right?
It really
It just
did.
warmed my heart. We definitely appreciate the support. And
Definitely.
she dropped a very powerful nugget that I was going to introduce towards the end of it. We never want to think about putting off what we can do today, tomorrow. Tomorrow is not promised. And then tomorrow is filled with its own to-do list, its own goals, its own things that we have to accomplish. So we want to use those 24 hours
Definitely.
as much as we can to accomplish what we can to move ourselves forward.
Yeah, and that's definitely a reason why we wanted to talk about it today as our first show, because we feel like here on Everyday Issues, this is definitely an everyday issue that you and I are definitely going through, and we wanted to bring forth some positivity, because typically people are critical when you're procrastinating. They
Very
say,
true.
what do you mean you're not doing it? You should have done it yesterday. And we know that doesn't make us feel any better, right, Chicago? No, we feel
Definitely.
even more horrible, and we even delay even longer, Mahogany.
I agree. If we focus on the negative, it's very hard to get out of that and push ourselves forward. That's why we challenge you, Chicago, to think about being attentive to your procrastination and using it as a stepping stone to tap into your greatness. We want to avoid it as much as we can, but oftentimes we cannot. We cannot. I think about moms who might have worked a very long day, are tired and taking a few minutes for themselves and may be procrastinating on starting that dinner. Or students who have had a very long day at school and may be procrastinating on starting their homework. Or for those entrepreneurs and those individuals who have ideas that they just haven't yet been able to bring to the light. It's okay. That's why we challenge you to use strategies, everyday simple strategies that can help you move through procrastination.
Definitely.
And use it as a means to push yourself forward. Procrastination can be used for good, and that's why we're sharing this information with you, Chicago. We want you to know you have the power within yourself to create your own success and the prosperity that you desire. It is within yourself.
Definitely. I couldn't have said it any better. I couldn't have said it any better. Great job, Mahogany, with that. And we're extremely excited to be here. 13 weeks on CAN TV, here to talk about everyday issues, because no issue is too big to talk about here on Everyday Issues. Again, procrastination being at the forefront of 2018. We're a bit past January, so I don't know if we're working on those yearly goals, Mahogany, but we're going to keep working on them. We're not going to give up on them. And just to reiterate what you said, you have a great power to do something truly great, but you must follow that desire to do it. And is it easy, Mahogany?
No.
It is not easy.
It is not always easy.
It is
I
not.
mean, I have some things that have been sitting on a giant to-do list in my office right now that have yet
Yes.
to be accomplished, but I am taking those small steps,
Exactly.
every day to help me accomplish it. I know we typically think of the New Year
Yes.
resolution. We want to lose weight. We may want a new house, a new job, a new car, a new love interest or partner that we're looking for, and in April, it's gone to the wayside. You can dig those things up. You may have procrastinated a little bit, Chicago, but like Rashid said, those things are not lost. Your goals, your dreams, what you want to accomplish is not lost if you have yet to start it. Start now. Every day is a new opportunity to start.
Definitely, and it's okay. It's okay if you're procrastinating right now. You could be looking at this show and like, hey, I know I need to do the dishes, but I think this is pretty good reminder to let you know that there's no more time, guys. Tomorrow is not promised, Mahogany. And considering that tomorrow is not promised, again, as one of our callers just called in and said, why put it off and you can get it done today? And you can feel that much better about yourself, because it's about affirming yourself and feeling confident. It's really confidence too. I think at the heart of killing procrastination is being confident that you know you can achieve it in a timely manner. And don't beat yourself up, Chicago. Don't beat yourself up, Chicago. That is not going to be effective. And here on Everyday Issues, we're not here to beat you up. We're here to inspire you to do great things.
To challenge you, to empower you, and remind you that everything you need, everything you want, everything you desire is within yourself. If you put your mind to it, you can do it. If you think of all the ways you can accomplish it and go about it, you can do it. We are here to uplift you and empower you to live in your greatest self, and we are going to do that for the next 13 weeks.
Quick question, Mahogany.
Yes.
Who's struggling more with procrastination, millennials or the older generation?
Goodness gracious.
Trick question here.
That is a trick question because I like to think that technology a little bit has kind of consumed us. Like, I really like the point you mentioned of spending 4 hours doing something. I could spend 4 hours just scrolling on Facebook.
There you go.
I could spend 4 hours just watching videos on YouTube. I could spend 4 hours on Pinterest. But we also are at a time in this society where young people are on the move, tackling some really serious issues, really serious things that our society is struggling with, bringing them to the forefront, knocking down doors, and accomplishing some really great things. So I think it's like a double-edged sword.
Ooh, right?
It's kind of difficult that is a tricky question
It is
to answer.
And I really feel like as millennials, I think we both can speak to this, that
Yes.
because we have grown up in this age of technology, it's so much easier not to do what we wanted to do. But typically, this technology can really advance what we can do quite often very fast. Mahogany.
Access at our fingertips.
Yes.
Access at our fingertips. And I use Google, again, I'm the queen of Googling everything. New vocabulary, new ways to fix things myself, fix my car, do renovation projects around my apartment, further aid my nephew and my students. Like, we have information at our fingertips. And I've been seeing a lot of people using their social media outlets, YouTube, technology to get information out, share, make people aware, bring awareness to different things, and also motivate and push people as well.
Definitely. You probably found out about this show from social media. Thank you for watching us here today. Thank you for joining us in this conversation that was very difficult to have here, because here on Everyday Issues, we're talking about issues that aren't always easy to talk about. And procrastination, typically if you're a procrastinator, you don't want to talk about procrastination. So we're happy you joined us today. We just want to give you a little bit more information about our sponsor, Heartfield Chicago, helping families here in Chicago, truly doing some amazing, inspirational things. As stated here, a dedicated nonprofit organization with community and educational advocacy. That just didn't roll off the tongue there, so I'm on TV, so I'm gonna let that roll off. Supportive heart for the Chicago community. Our charitable organization provides low-income families and individuals with the basic necessities of day-to-day living. Guys, I can't tell you how powerful this nonprofit is in Chicago and how effective it has been here. Again, if you guys have any more information, you want to reach out to Heartfield, rather that donate to help the cause here, and them being the sponsor of Everyday Issues, you can give them a call at 833-845-3583 here on CAN TV. And here on CAN TV, we like to always say bye and show our love to the audience, right, Mahogany?
We definitely do appreciate you tuning in with us. I'd also like to reiterate how you can reach Heartfield Chicago. You can also call 312-738-1060 or at heartfieldchicago.org. We leave you today, Chicago, hopefully feeling great about using procrastination as a tool to help you tap into your greatness, and remembering that you have the power to create the success and all the prosperity that you desire. It's as simple as thinking it, writing it, reading it, and doing it. Be it writing a to-do list, breaking larger things into smaller tasks, seeking some professional help or resources. There are avenues available to you to help you get through that procrastination with power and with purpose.
Definitely. And we like to end our show typically here on Everyday Issues with a feel-good story of the day.
Yes.
So what happens when two penguins find an iPhone in Antarctica? If you don't know, we're about to show you right now. What is this? clearly technology is very addictive for any species. It looks like mahogany.
Right, versatile is in the hands of all of us. Are they communicating?
Definitely. I think they were definitely communicating regarding, wow, what do we do with this? And this is pretty cool.
I agree. They use their power to do something that they desired, and maybe it was just taking a selfie that day.
True.
Could have
And
been.
they did not procrastinate doing
At
that
all.
at all. Well, thank you, Chicago, for joining us once again on our very first show here on Everyday Issues. My name is Rashid Sami, the youth motivational speaker behind the lecture, and Mahogany Williams.
And I am Mahogany Williams. It's been a pleasure to be with you this evening, Chicago. We hope that you enjoy your night.
Good night.